Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith, and this is where we have fun buying and selling land. Let's take a look at another one. I got this one. It's 8.4 acres in Lancaster, California. It's not this green strip over here, but it's this piece behind us. So you could probably turn it into a green strip like that. It looks like neighbors irrigated it up and made it happen. There's a road and there's a couple neighbors, and it's not that far from Los Angeles, Southern California. It's just on the backside of Los Angeles County. Let's jump into the website and take a look at this one. So this one is owned by Patricia Zach. So Patricia, let's move this. There we go. There's her phone numbers here, name, number. She's ready to go on this one if you want to ask her more questions about it. They sent someone out here to take some pictures, and they're asking all kinds of information up here. The cash price, they're asking $36,000, or they'll do owner financing too. A bunch of different owner financing options. 8.41 acres. So they got some good pictures. This is a picture I was just looking at. It looks like some solar fields in the background. There's a highway going by here with some trucks on it, and then there's some houses set back off the property or off the highway, just like this property is. And it looks pretty flat and quite usable. I mean, it's an open palette to go do what you want to do with this land. And so the neighbor has a house and maybe a horse pasture, dog run or something. As we look around, we'll figure it out. I thought I saw a horse. So there's some good looking bushes, like good sized bushes on there. I'd probably just bulldoze them and plant some trees that grow some fruit, but whatever. Some people love it, some don't. And so here's the shape of the property. So that property up front had maybe the horse property is over here. It looks like some kind of easement running down next to the property for somebody in the back, and then that green strip off to the side. Yeah, so you're right next to that green strip of land. If we switch back here to this screen, so I was showing this green strip of land over here. Your property is going to be this chunk. Probably you can kind of see there's a line from there to there. So the neighbors turned it all green, and then yours is just vacant from the highway up here going back. So we'll keep looking at it from a couple different directions. So, yeah, so house and utilities on that green strip to the back, like they've got utilities going off of that, going back there. All kinds of diagrams and information. Here's the Lancaster. It looks like 27 miles to downtown Lancaster. And it looks like it's closer to go up the around to the 5 to get over to Los Angeles. Yeah, so here's another shot. It's got that green strip, somebody taking care of the grass, and then this property's next to the one that they're taking care of the grass on. The long driveway. All kinds of diagrams to show you where it is and things. So we'll keep looking at that. Here's a whole bunch of gas stations and grocery stores over here. Showing you it's not very far. It's not very far from different parts of California. You go around the corner. I mean, it's not very far from the 5. You get on the 5, you can go anywhere. Lots of maps to everything in the area. Okay, I'm going to jump out of there. So as we look at that, we've got the maps here. I'm going to play with interactive maps instead of the pictures of them. So here's a shot, and there's some cars going down the road. I'm going to guess that there's street view of the road from the road here. Yeah, let's try this neighbor's driveway street view. Might be looking north instead of south. There's a for sale sign. Yeah, so here's the neighbor's driveway. So it looks like they turned it into a pasture. So it's not so much grass. The way they've got it fenced off here is probably for horses, I'm guessing. They've got the old buggy wheels, and they got their house set back off the road like that. It looks like some Joshua trees coming through the side of their property over here. And then there's their gate, and they got the driveway not going straight back to the house, but doing a curve off the road and then back to the house. So our property would be over here on this side. Are they dumping their manure up here? It might be wood chips. They might be doing some back to Eden gardening and get the wood chips dropped off from the wood chip processing guys. They just have them dump them in that corner, and then they can add it to the ground, and it helps keep the moisture content going. It's a lot easier to grow stuff. So a lot of the modern farmers like that, and the old ones too, right? So here's a power line running down this highway. This looks like the longer distance power line though. But that house back there is going to have the local one. Oh, look at that. It's got both. Okay, so it's got the long distance power line up top, and then it's got the residential line running down the bottom. But it seems to stop at the neighbor's house. It doesn't keep going to the pole in front of our house. No, it does. It keeps going. Okay, so there's a residential line on the bottom of that one, and then the long distance line on top. And there's a transformer right there at the box too. Whoops, I kicked the table. So there's a transformer there, and then it goes and it drops, and it looks like it goes underground for the neighbor's property, and their house would be further back off the road than our property goes. So I'm sure that transformer's got enough juice to get it back there. So you probably do another drop off of there to your property like this one here, or maybe from there to over, and then you got electricity. So I don't think it's going to take that much to get electricity to this property is what I'm saying. Looks like some old 2-tracks to drive back into this property. And so here's a street view of the property back whenever the camera guy went by. So there's the property. And if we zoom out from that property and look at where it's at, we got some solar projects going on in the area. So I'm guessing the sun is quite nice in the area. So Lancaster's over here, and that's all kinds of supplies, and Lancaster's happening. You can go buy pretty much whatever you need over there. And if you want to go for entertainment or go for the bigger city life, you can just go around the corner and drop down the 5, and not much further down the 5. I mean, there's like Santa Monica and Los Angeles and everything else, like Space Mountain's over this side of town, right? So you're going to be closer to Space Mountain and the theme parks if that's what you're going for. So there's the property close to LA, which is the backside of LA, and close to Lancaster, and ready to go. Here's some different parks in the area. And then there's a video that Patricia put together, and you can see the property here in the video. So you can see just above the term over there's one neighbor house on the other side, and there's the wood chips and stuff that they collected on this property for their driveway going back. So they've really taken care of it, and they greened this property up. And then over here, you could probably do the same thing too. You could probably bring in wood chips and stuff, start adding to the property, maybe cow manure and stuff like that, and really green it up here as well. And it looks like kind of 2 doors up that way, somebody else has greened up a pasture there as well. So if you had horses, you could work on this property and turn it into horse country. Look like the neighbors have been doing to pasture the horses. They've got a video, drone shots. You can go fly, all the way around the property, see modern video footage of the property and what it looks like now before you drive out there and take a look at it. So they're saying the assessed land value is $46,000. They're asking $36,000 for this one, or $16,000 down, and different payment plans depending on how much time you want to pay it off in. And then, so they've got legal description, they've got GPS coordinates, Google Maps. The taxes are $653 a year. They got the zoning on here, LCA 12. Access, yes, is paved road access. You can drive right up to it. They're saying no sewer, no water, no utilities, which I think that should say that there's utilities. The utilities aren't hooked up yet, but there's utilities right in front of the property to get electricity there. So there's the information. Zoning is A1, which means light agricultural. Then they got a whole bunch of zoning information in the ad, which is great too. I love that. They're saying the following uses: adult residential facility, crops, foster family, groups home, residence, single family subject to standards, single family daycare home, small family homes, children. Okay, so there's a bunch of different, a lot of different regulatory stuff that you can do. You can even have hogs here. You can raise poultry. You can have greenhouses. So all kinds of information about the property on the website, ready to go. Thank you, Patricia, for putting that all on there. If you have more questions, please feel free to call Patricia and go for it. If you could do the owner financing, on a paved street with a power line going by like that, I bet you U.S. Bank would probably finance that one. Maybe Farmers and Merchant Bank would probably finance that one. Banner Bank might finance that one a little bit more down. They'd probably want 35% down. The other ones would probably want 25% down, but you could probably get bank financing on this one too. If you shop around, there might be other websites or other banks to do it, and make that one yours. So yeah, check that out. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com, bringing another property. I'll keep them coming. If you keep watching, I'll keep them coming. And just pick out your favorite one or 5 or 10. Some of the guys buy dozens of them. And that's fine too. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.